right, welcome to Matters Arising. We'll be kicking off with P2B's insistence of running for 2027. There have been questions here and there if P2B was going to be able to accept the position of vice president. You know, a lot of people say, no, that's a backward movement. The obedience, so nothing like that, P2B or nothing. This man kept insisting that he's going to contest, that he's going to be on ballot. Let's look at what he said. You know, when he was campaigning for the local election in Abuja for the AMAC Council, he said, this coming election, support us in AMAC. It will help me. Your support in AMAC is critical to our journey. I am involved and contesting the coming election as number one. When I come back, you will see, I will assure you. Let me start from you, Philip. Peter Obi is insisting that he's going to come back to the people to campaign for the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2027. That when they do the work for him now, that is vote ADC, which is Dr. Mo, the candidate, that it will help him. You know, people have criticized Obi many times that he doesn't like to build structure. He's not interested in campaigning for people, you know, to help his own footwork into Aso Rock. But he appears to be doing it now. And also, I want you to look at it with somebody coming out from a party where you have Atiku going for the primaries, Amechi going for the primaries. We don't even know whether Rufai might change his mind and run, or some other people can jump in and run. He is insisting he will be on ballot.
You see, it is easier said than done. Obi is not in Labour Party. Obi is not in one-man show party. Obi is in ADC. The ADC we have today, it is the party that you have all the formidable egghead. You have the likes of Atiku, like you mentioned, the Amechi, who already declared their interest, and Obi came to join them. They were already there before Obi came in, and they've already declared their interest. You see, Obi should do more than just saying that I will be on ballot. I expected it to be doing a thorough work on how to win the party primaries, because you can't.
This will be part of it, because most of those people he was talking to are ADC.
See, you don't become you don't become a flag bearer or you be on ballot without winning primary. This is not one man party. The question here is, what is it doing about the party primary? Has it been said that it's going to be an open primaries or a delegate primaries? And if it's a delegate primary, what is it doing to get his men in place? Is it just by coming to campaign for the AMAC chairman that will give him the delegates that will come out across all over the country to cast vote for their ticket?
All right, Philip focused on the hurdle before P2B will come to the people again. He said, I will come back to you. And I want to canvass for the position of number one. He didn't miss West. And his followers, each time, you talk about P2B going to ADC, the wisdom behind it, they will tell you P2B has promised that he's going to be on the ballot. There are a lot of options one will look at. Maybe ADC is not the final bus stop. He could pull out at the dying minute and pick any other party. Certainly, if he picks any other party, his followers are going to go with him. There's no doubt about that. But the time for preparation for election could have become, short. Now, winning AMAC, let's just assume Dr. Mo is able to win AMAC. There's a lot, to look at there, because AMAC is a council housing Abuja, housing Aso Rock. So there's a lot in that election. If Dr. Mo goes ahead to win it, how does this help P2B come 2027?
Well, I will not delude myself, neither will I try to delude anyone. AMAC is a microcosm of Nigeria.
Yeah.
AMAC is the landlord of both the president, the landlord of the National Assembly, the landlord of the minister. So for Peter Obi to come out boldly to campaign and put himself on the spot, I hope this man hasn't finally shot himself on the foot by saying, well, I will be on the ballot for next year, so I need you to help me win AMAC, the Abuja Municipal Area Council, so that will be a demonstration of my strength and popularity. I think he has made a very terrible
But you don't think that was a good response to people who have been criticizing Peter Obi that
I
he's
think
not campaigning for
Peter
anybody.
Obi's problem is Peter Obi. The man's problem is with himself, because he thinks that it is just about making these wild statements and then hoping that the next day it will be all over the social media. Peter Obi should concentrate on building structures.
So you don't believe...
Does Peter Obi know how many units we have in AMAC?
So you don't believe that, campaigning in AMAC, winning AMAC, like you said, that houses the National Assembly, the judiciary, the presidency itself.
I think it is a mistake. I think it is a mistake, a very, very big
But
mistake
a lot
on the
of
part,
Nigerians would
because
disagree.
when Peter Obi was governor, he never conducted local elections.
Okay,
AMAC election is a local election.
Let me tell you, it is not a mistake. It's the right step in the right direction.
Okay.
What I have problem with is the statement he made that he will be on the ballot, because Obi has shown that he has connection with the grassroots, and that is what he's demonstrating in this campaign. He's not only in Amak, he had gone to Abaji, he had gone to Gwagwalada, he had gone to other area council to campaign for the candidate of ADC. But where I have problem with Peter Obi is that saying that you will be on the ballot without doing a proper homework.
How did you know he hasn't done the proper homework? How did you arrive at the conclusion that he hasn't done the proper homework?
You think that Atiku is sitting back and relaxed? People have told you, like, show me and was it Dele Momodu said, see, Atiku has been in the business of contesting for presidency since 1992, and he knows how to win primaries. You don't take it from him, and you are in this race with Atiku. That is why the insinuation that Obi will be vice president to Atiku, there is an understanding between Atiku and Obi that people, the Obi followers don't know, can be easily be accepted, because we don't see what Obi is doing in ADC. We have said it before, I will say it again, that ADC brought nothing to Obi. Rather, Obi had brought everything to ADC. Obi could have said, but maybe, just maybe, when he said he will be on ballot, after all, he started his 2023 presidential election in the PDP. He ended up in Labour Party. It's also possible that he has started the 2023 presidential election in ADC. He may not end it up in ADC.
Let me just give it to Peter Obi, give him the credit of responding to people who says, oh, Peter Obi is never out there working for any other person. Now he has come out there to work for people, whatever you do, people are always going to criticize. And it's okay. I'm not saying people shouldn't criticize. But do you think if for any reason Dr. Mo goes ahead to win this AMAC election, I know Dr. Mo personally, you think there is no way this might help galvanize Obi voters, or in a way in getting the ADC primary ticket?
With all honesty, I wish I wish Mo all the best, because I know him personally. He calls me his elder brother, and I can boldly tell you, I see Mo as my, not just as a younger brother, I see him as my son.
Okay, let me put it this way.
But I wish him all the best.
You know what I'm saying? So this ADC election is supposed to be ADC election.
Yes.
But it has become only Peter Obi coming out to campaign for Dr.
And
Mo.
that's where I have a problem.
I'm not seeing Atiku
to
campaign for his party member.
Good. Amechi is not doing that.
To campaign for his party member.
El-Rufai is not doing that.
El-Rufai is not in the country at the moment. But I've not seen, even before he traveled, I've not seen him come to talk about.
Even the chairman, David Mark himself, is not doing that.
I've not seen him.
Good.
So why?
So that itself spells disunity. And if you look at it properly, this is AMAC that was won by the Labour Party in 2023. And instead of Peter Obi consolidating on the 25% that he got in the FCT, on the landslide victory that he got from AMAC under the Labour Party, he left the Labour Party, conspired with those who wanted the Labour Party destroyed, and then moved to another party, the ADC, and then is now suddenly campaigning for a local election. I don't see this as smart politics.
I think I'll go to Philip, because Doctor, you are taking us to where we will not know. Okay, Philip, let's talk about Nigeria. Let's talk about Nigeria in a way, because it's difficult to avoid talking about being together as a country, knowing our history, that the word amalgamation is not strange to anybody in Nigeria. Even though you are not as old, at least you could remember. I don't think there was even anybody that's old at that time that is even alive at this time in Nigeria. Nigeria came together. We had negotiated and we came together as a country. When history was letting us know that some people have thought that at some point Nigeria was going to divide. All of us have wished it away. We saw countries like Soviet Union. We've seen countries that came together temporarily and even left, like Singapore, Malaysia, and things like that. We saw Yugoslavia. A lot of all this that has happened. When you look back to the history of what made them to go, especially that of Soviet Union, you begin to see the failure at the center. Today, we have American boots officially in Nigeria to help Nigeria fulfill the fundamental function that our Constitution, Section 14, subsection 2, says that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. We saw Asiwaju the other day go to Turkey, simply signing various parts, simply for security, something that should be the basic function of Nigeria. Nigeria was secured at some point. At what point did it become hard and almost impossible for our government to, on their own, secure the citizens? Let's not go into the rampaging corruption or inability of the governors to think of how to generate employment for their citizens and all that. A lot is happening. Even somebody like the most patriotic citizen of Nigeria is asking questions at this time. What is happening to? How do we trace our steps back? Not to talk of Boko Haram working from one direction, that you want to convert everybody in Nigeria to extreme Islam, as if you have something worrying your head. You have over 100 and something million people that are not Muslim. You want to convert them to Muslim. You must be sick somewhere. Just like our NSA spoke the last time, Ruhu Nibadu. He said these people are the people that they are at war with the state. Essentially, people acting like that want to bring Nigeria again to a war table, which we don't want. How did we sleep over this, and where is Nigeria headed?
You see, in 2012, there were predictions that Nigeria will cease to exist in 50 years' time. And there were predictions in the past. Predictions are made to happen either by the people's psyche or things like that. For instance, if you are a literature student, if you happen to read "The Gods Are Not to Blame," it was predicted that the child that the king gave birth to will kill the father and marry the mother. The fear of that, instead of them to keep the child and monitor the child at home, they decide to they do not want to kill the child, but they decide to send the child and throw the child into evil forest. And what happened? That same child finally fulfilled the prediction by killing the father and marry the mother, and that spelled doom for the for the
self-fulfilling
prophecy. And this is Nigeria. What was the prediction that you see Nigeria? The signs of they gave when they made the prediction is either a failed society, corruption, and the likes of the religion and all the rest of them. The signs are very obvious with us today. Like you mentioned, for the first time in history, since the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1940, the first time we have American boot on our soil to do what? To help secure the life of Christians. Don't be carried away. Don't be deceived that they were here, by collaboration to fight terrorists. The America had made it very clear. Most of the signs that shows that this prediction are coming to fulfillment is when Donald Trump tweeted and said Nigeria is a country of particular concern late last year. That was a clear signature, because he said, look, the Christians in Nigeria, they are facing
resistance.
I'm not done yet. So sorry.
No, don't have to be done. Nobody is never done. Let me continue.
If you put him on the fire and cook him properly, he will be done.
Very well. To make a proper
so that we can have Nigeria. By the time you are done, might not have Nigeria. All right. So on a more serious note, Dr. Piper. Nigerians are not happy that we can't secure ourselves.
Yeah.
We might call it collaboration, call it any name, call it a corporation. Why not go to America and cooperate with them to secure them?
Because America said they had their
go to UK to cooperate with them to secure them? They are not even in Ghana here cooperating with them to secure them. They are not even there. What is happening to our leadership at the central? what is happening? How come you ask certain politicians that you are not fighting this insecurity like you should? They will tell you for political reasons. Whose politics supports killing? Whose politics supports banditry? Whose politics supports raping women? Whose politics supports kidnapping school children? Whose politics support that? Who are those? Who are those people? Are they not the enemy of this country? Are they not the one destroying this country? Even when we hear things of this division at the background, having a safe zone, having for Christians and things like that, we were never bothered for as long as Section 10 of the 1999 Constitution remains, which promised us that in Nigeria, this federation or any state shall not adopt any religion as their own. Individuals are free to worship according to their holy book, but nobody stops that. So these people pushing this, that for their own interest, politicians are not even able to do what they should do. What has so, how do I call it, removed the power, the ultimate coercive power reserved for the government to do whatever they want to do to protect.
Well, I'll just go straight to the point. There is a complete disconnect between the government and the people. Now, the moment people begin to feel isolated, they no longer see their representatives as representing their interest. There's going to be that isolation. And let us remember, how did we become a country in the first place? We were Africans. Before we were colonized by the British, we were tribal enclaves of various tribes in various regions. So we were never a country. I come from the tribe you call the Urobo, and if I ask you, I ask every Nigerian to mention tribes. They have their tribes. So the British brought us together under a country they called Nigeria, which doesn't mean anything in any local language. It simply connotes the area around the river Niger. So if the people now feel completely disconnected from their leadership, especially when we started as a secular country and then you're going to impose foreign religion, both Islam and Christianity were foreign religions that were imposed upon us. So now if you're trying to now try a way to Islamize Nigeria or Christianize Nigeria, then you may be taking a risk of disintegration.
All right, I think we don't have all the time.
Just before you go,
no, we don't have all the time. Time is against us. We want to keep Nigeria together.
Just cut me off today.
Enemy of Nigeria are those who are pushing what is pushing others. You can remain within the law. You can remain within the constitution, and it's good enough. We'll be right back.